Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I sure am. Today, I'm down at Funtown RV's PDI facility in Elkhart, Indiana, and I'm going to be running through a whole bunch of 2026 Brinkley models here. Probably get done like 6 or 7 today, but this is actually one I'm surprised that I've never recorded before because the floor plan itself is one of the most popular floor plans in the RV industry as a whole and has been since fifth wheels became a thing. This is going to be the 2026 Brinkley Model Z 2900s. This is going to be a classic rear living setup done the Brinkley way. So you're going to get a little bit extra fancy touches, you know, like the rivets in the side skirting instead of being like just an open exposed screw. You know, the fascia is going to be cut in from the back and adhered so that you don't see any like, you know, little staple holes or anything like that. House paint, just built right, looking nice, and just a more rugged construction in general. Like for instance, this one for the size has an overall GVWR of just under 15,000 pounds, but it can almost hold 3,000 pounds worth of cargo. So it is definitely a higher end build if you're not familiar with Brinkley. We're gonna go through a couple things here and there. I'm gonna put a link for Funtown RV so you can access some locations and pricing down in the description, but I'll also put all the specifications down there as well, along with a link for the manufacturer so you can see, you know, the options. You can read up on stuff like, you know, the Kurt Helix series and all that. Their website actually does a really great job of highlighting the product. It's one of the better manufacturer websites in the industry, which I know seems like an odd thing to point out, but I'll tell you, it's nice for me because I go on there, you can find virtually everything. Like I said, GVWR, 14,995 pounds, cargo carrying capacity, 2,849. Typically in the RV industry, you're going to see that number more towards the 2s, possibly even 1,500. So it is going to be a little bit more sturdy build. Brinkley is not inexpensive by any means. This is kind of going to be like, you know, the Porsche of the RV industry, you know, in a lot of regards. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're going to start off on the inside, work our way around the outside. But again, it's the 2026 Brinkley Model Z 2900. If you guys don't mind, drop a comment. Hit that like and subscribe button. Just crossed 70,000 subscribers here. And my wife said the day that I hit 100,000 subscribers is the day that I get to go out and get a brand new toy, which is going to be a rather expensive drone that I've been eyeballing for a while because I want to start getting into some campground reviews. And just in general, like when I go to all these shows, I want to zip that drone around. So help me out with that. If you got some buddies looking for a guy, spread the word. Just for no other reason than helping a guy get a drone. But I mean, when you walk in, this is what I'm talking about. Classic rear living setup. One of the best selling setups in the industry. There's a reason why everyone's got it, whether it's big, small, you know, or in between. Let me go ahead and clean off this. What we got going on here? We got a little bit of smudge on there. There we go. Perfecto, baby. But yeah, everyone's got it. But Brinkley just does things a little bit different. It's a more of a residential touch. Things like the island are going to have a steel base, which if you're not familiar with Brinkley, you might not know what I'm talking about. And if you go into RVs, you might also kind of just pass it up. But so like this right here, just to give you kind of a visual, this is going to be tied in to the framework of the RV. So what you're going to get is when you're pushing on it, and you know, I'm a kind of a big guy, just doing like a hip check into it, you'll notice how it doesn't, it jiggles a hair, but it doesn't like move around. If you do that to virtually any other RV in the industry, it'll actually move like to the point where it makes you almost uneasy. So again, kind of speaks to the quality that they got going there. But dual opposing slides, so 12-volt refrigerator, oven, TV on a televator. And then this is another little classic Brinkley touch, is going to be this sliding desk dinette table. You have 4 different modes. Right now it's going to be in what they call the breakfast nook. But for visualization, you also have the right desk position. So you're just going to take this and, you know, pull it out. You also have dining where you slide it in the middle. And then, of course, the left desk. So it kind of works whether you're playing cards, having breakfast, or getting some work done. Another thing, too, is the fascia on all of the slides. When you're going and comparing things down at the lot, you're going to notice if you put your head right there and you see there's going to be no exposed like staple holes or really like any like blemishes of that kind of nature. One, they use a real house paint, which is nice. You can go to like a Home Depot or Lowe's and, you know, touch it up. But it's going to be adhered in from the back. So you can pull on it. I don't recommend yanking on it, but you can pull on it. It's adhered really nicely because it's going to be back screwed. I can't remember the actual term for it. but it holds on better and it looks aesthetically way nicer too. The windows are going to have an alumifoil on the exterior, so you can see it's tinted. These ones don't open up, but all the ones in the middle do. But you have your Dracula shade, and if you come around the corner here, you can see how it's got that kind of like a sun repellent is, I guess, the closest thing that I would compare it to. Some outlets down here, along with a place for some like wine or Bourbonia. You know, you can put slide height as well. You know, you're probably looking at about 6'2", which is pretty nice, pretty comfortable. You know, I'm not the tallest guy out there, but, you know, it does work compared to a lot of the mid-pros. And then your recliners are going to be, you know, pretty darn comfortable. I would say, you know, probably the one inside my house is, you know, a little bit more comfortable, but it does feel nice, though. It does feel nice. I'm not going to lie there. You have your power charger right here, and then you have your heat on and off button along with the USB, and then a place for, you know, some of your wife's books and possibly even a remote. Even though the island is a good size, you can see it doesn't block the view of the TV as well, which luckily that's getting less common in the industry as it used to be. It used to be years ago when I was selling, a lot of these big islands would actually block the view of the TV. It would drive you nuts, but it seems to be kind of a thing of the past. I also like the accent lighting there up on the floor. And then you can see, you know, you have your speaker. You got the old Steam Stucker 3000 above the oven. And then they're using the Furrion Chill Cube. It's an 18K AC. So this one's going to be a drop-in, but it has an basically an oscillating head. You know, so that way it keeps this nice and cool. So it's a much upgraded. It's the highest BTU AC in the industry to date. They got another one that's going to be ducted into the bathroom up front to give you some full coverage. Got an ottoman right here that also doubles up as a desk, so that top part will actually lift up there for you. And then you have your pull-out sofa there too as well. And it seems to be something's funky going on with my camera. Hopefully it's not oscillating for you right there. Might be, but it's okay. We're marching forward. On either side, you got places to put, you know, your stuff, you know, if your laptops and whatnot, tablets. You know, like right now we're in a tablet phase with my daughter watching Bluey and slime Barbies. I've never seen that, slime Barbies. Outlets, USBs, Universal C. Basically, it's these little Barbies, and you just put like slime on them. But they love them. We've been making homemade slime just about 4 days a week, and I'll have to share a video with that. I'm a little weird about putting my kids on the screen, but we'll show one. But she has this part where she loves to, she takes my head, and she grabs it, and we'll put like some slime on the table, and she'll force my head down right into the slime, and I'll scream, ooh, you know, scream. Sorry, I'm getting a little off topic, but you know, sometimes you miss the fam, and I've been out here doing a little bit of traveling, baby. Window, emergency exit in the back, so that'll open up nice and good for you. And this makes about a queen size bed too, just so you know. The Inaflame technologies for the fireplace. It's going to put out about 4,800 BTUs of heat, which basically will heat this camper up. No problemo with the size of this is on a pretty darn chilly day. TV, again, on the televator. Oh, I don't think I showed you that. Real wood as well. And you can see you got the magnetic latch with the tab right here. And then it's also going to be on the soft close so the grandkids aren't coming in, you know, like barbarians. You also have some more overhead storage here. And then storage there too as well. And you're going to use the Roxford Fosgate for the speaker system. The control for that was right over here. The control for the televator is right here. And now you're going to create a little bit more countertop space. Probably wouldn't put any like, you make sure any like water or anything. I can't imagine spilling any would be good. I mean, you never want to spill on your TV, but it's a good way to get the TV out, to catch another view. Like, man, we were just in Alaska, and first time out there, and I'll tell you, every bit of window space that you can have is a blessing in a place like that. It was such a cool experience. I can't wait to share some videos like that on me and my wife are making a little personal page, but it's, man, it was awesome. So you're going to have a couple different drawers. It's all going to be dovetail construction, which is super nice. The bottom one's going to be a little bit bigger, but this has your backup camera, tire pressure monitoring system, all of that, which I'll point on the exterior portion. And then even the cabinets are on a slight slant, which gives you an aesthetic appeal, but also just a little bit more storage as well. And you got about a knuckle deep there too as well. 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. Enough room to cook a turkey in that bad boy. No problemo. You also got a microwave with popcorn mode. And then, boom. Got the little separation in there. These are removable too, if you're not a big fan of them. If you don't like convenient storage, you don't have to have it. I believe these drawers hold, I think it's 100 pounds, 90 pounds, something like that. You got your sink right here. And then you have the high-rise faucet hitting those dishes from all angles. You're also going to get cool things like, you know, double garbage cans, and then a place for your paper towels and all of your, you know, supplies that, you know, come with that inherently. Another place for a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, what do you guys think so far? If you guys have made it this far, if you don't mind, it'd be a good time to say what's up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Working on that drone. I think 30,000 subscribers is a pretty hefty amount to gain. But I'm thinking if I give it about another year, I should be there. Should be there. Pantry right here. You can see it's adjustable as well, which is always nice. Nice to kind of cater it to how you want. If you want it to be for food or a closet, you also have the outlet in there if you want to do a little sneaky blender action. If you don't want the people down at the campground knowing you're drinking, you know, sneak it in the cabinet. You'd be all right. Real tile backdrop and the solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. Bada bing, bada boom. I like that kind of brass nickel finish too that they do. Right there is going to be your fuse box. So now we're back over to the front of the camper. You got your entrance. You walk in. This is going to be your control panel. I love how they went with the with this style. It's actually my preferred. You can go big and fancy, but it's not really necessary in my opinion. It's just kind of something else to, you know, kind of go wrong with you. That's a little bit more expensive to fix if it does. But you got your tank heaters on this too as well. So you got 12-volt pads in the bottom of it. And then it also has a little QR code. I need to scan this. But the anti-lock braking system, ABS, which is nice. So like basically, if like a deer pops out and you're squirreling out a little bit, it'll brake left, brake right, and straighten you back out so you're not, you know, fishtailing. So it's good in the... Hopefully you never realize why it's a nice feature to have. So right here, you got yourself a little mini closet. You know, hang a hoodie on me. And then you got two more places right there. Again, soft close, soft close. AC control right here on the wall. This is going to be tied into the sidewalls, which is nice. And then the bedroom is probably the nicest bedroom in the industry. That's going to be a north to south bed. Typically, I do not like them. Sam, I do not like them with my ham. They are just not conducive to bigger people. But this works because you have the slide out over here and then dual entry into the bathroom. You have your porcelain foot flush. You know, just kind of dawned on me that I just used like a Dr. Seuss reference. My daughter's been in this stage where we've been doing, by the way, bowling gun, baby. What do you think about the short shorts? We've been doing a Dr. Seuss, but then also Shel Silverstein, and we've been making up our own stories. It's just a really fun time. One-piece fiberglass shell with the glow there, and then you got one of those fancy shower heads where you see you got the 4 ports where water points out. And I mean, hello, plenty of head height, baby. You got about 6'6" right here. Oh, you don't even have to lean back because this sunroof goes pretty far out. Not sunroof, but what would be a sunroof. It is vented too, which is nice. Helps suck out the steam or stink from whatever you're doing in there. Then you got the Tri-Glide glass series here. More storage. Don't even have to sit on the toilet to show you that's in a good spot. And then I like how they went with a smaller sink, but they also have a lot more countertop space too, which is really nice. And it's got the kind of the decor kind of built into it too. You also have shut-off valves on each one of the sinks too, which is really nice. The steamer stink sucker right here. And then right there, you know, you can hang a towel on me. You got the little J-hooks right there, and then a place for your TP. That is movable as well too, if you would like. Over into the bedroom here, continuing on the slide, you have the little power rack right there too, which is nice. I like how it's lit up. You know, who doesn't like to see their clothes in the closet? I need to install one of those in my house. I know enough people in the RV industry at this point. I could probably get one. How fancy would that be? All right, and then both left and right, you can see window, emergency exit, pull, push, and plop. You got place for your CPAP machines. You got place for your laptop, cell phones, books, storage, you know, all that good stuff, your little knickknacks. This is where all my storage is going to go. My wife gets the rest of the camper. That's about how our life goes. And then right here, you got your Insignia Smart TV. And then here's the other AC, a 15K that's ducted into the bedroom. So 15K up here, 18K in the back. And then you also have these little magnetic hooks Again, if you want to hang up like keys or anything like that, it'd be a perfect spot for it. But all right, guys, let me know what you think. Again, it's the 2026 Brinkley Model Z 2900. The rear living setup, but man, oh man, look at that thing. Beautiful, baby. But all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV, so you can access, you know, pricing, locations, and all that good stuff all over the place. All right, so now we are here on the outside, and I'm going to speed up the tour a little bit, but there's a lot of really good things to go over. And I think starting off on the front, I think they have one of the best looking front caps in the entire RV industry for my taste. It's a really automotive kind of finish. One, you got the painted front cap, but it's also got those little like backlit LEDs, which I think are super slick. Starting, I believe, like middle of last year, they started going with the Kurt Helix too, which is going to be nice. A nice little upgraded ride there for you. You got that big old spring. It's going to help out with some of the chucking and bucking. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. And then, you know, you can see in here, you got your solar charge controller. It's going to be that blue portion back there. You got the, you know, the hydraulic stuff right there. Battery, disconnects. You got a couple more disconnects over into here as well. So that's going to be for, you know, like your main disconnect will be right there. The other one will disconnect like the solar charge controller and all that good stuff. Propane on this side, another one on the other side. Hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower right here. And then a couple different smart outlets. But I like the fact that this is a really nice size pass-through storage because, oh, I'm actually surprised. I thought it was going to be a drop frame. It's just got a really nice pass-through storage. But you do have an LP quick connect there too as well. Pretty snazzy. You got the screen defender right here, so you just pull. Now it's open. It's also got the slingshot. You see the little cord right there wrapping around. So that way this kind of just closes on its own, which is nice if you're bringing in some groceries. You also have the safe T-rail that pulls out as well that goes pretty much the length of these steps. The European square style windows, so they're going to be frameless. Kind of the guys that really invented that one. And then you have the dual awning with the soft glow lighting there up underneath. Cooper H-rated tires as well. They're going to be the 17.5, and I think they're 75 mile per hour rated. And then you have their suspension system, which is going to be super nice, you know, as well. So really comfortable ride again. Oh, and then also, like I was saying too, the rivets. So right here, if you're shopping and you're looking around, you're going to notice a lot of these are just going to be exposed open screws that are tend to, you know, come loose over time or jar out or do whatever. So having those rivets on there is going to be really nice. The awnings as well are going to be the 3000 series 12 volt awning, which a lot of people are doing, but it's nice to be able to run it off of the, you know, the solar and all that. I'm not sure what solar is on top of this or what they're running exactly right now down at Brinkley, but again, that'll be down in the description for you. But one thing I do enjoy about being a big guy is the little bit bigger of a ladder. You got 300-pound weight capacity, but you can get on top and it's not super skinny. I mean, it's more of a natural kind of shoulder width, a little bit less than shoulder width apart, but it's a really natural way to go up the unit, which again, I know it sounds silly. That's locked up. That's going to be some good storage area. 4-way flat, 2-inch receiver, and then your backup camera's right there. But it's going to be a really easy, more natural way to come up, like more of like a house ladder as opposed to like a little dinky RV thing. Funny enough, you see all the antifreeze there. When I turned on the unit, I had the valves open, so it started coming out. So that is that's probably the only drawback that I would have, is I wish the valves would have like a timer or something that would, you know, shut back down. But I guess it's like anything. If you leave the valves, you know, open in any RV, it's going to do that. But the control, yeah, I guess that was a silly thing to say. The controls for the valves are going to be right here. Hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower. All your different bypass valves, brass fittings as well. Back end of the hot water heater. And then this actually goes out, I believe, 45 feet. That's going to be your fresh water hose. So talk about convenience. And then bada bing, bada boom, baby. Your hydraulics, propane, you're ready to rock. But I hope you guys enjoy the tour. Help a brother out and get that drone. But again, it's the 2026 Brinkley Model Z 2900. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you. Brinkley.